What up, folks? I'm Ultrazillatoys. I have a review of the Robot Spirits Heroman. That's right, my Zillions. This is not a new Robot Spirits. This is from 2011, but I just got it, and it was brand new when I just got it. But I did open it already because I was really itching to check out the figure, and it's a really, really cool figure. So if you don't know what this is, Heroman was a anime and a manga co-created by Stan Lee. The anime was done by Bones, which me and Ultrazilla Jr. have been watching on Crunchyroll after we've been watching episodes of Kaiju No. 8. So, we're a few episodes in there now, and I really liked it. So I'm like, let me look around if there was a figure. And lo and behold, there was a Robot Spirit, and I didn't really realize that. And it is pretty cool, Robot Spirits. So, found it on eBay, found it on Mandarake as well, but I decided to go with eBay because I was able to talk the seller down. It was a best offer to the same price as the Mandarake price, so I figured, might as well just get it from the US, and it was brand new, unopened, and there was pictures of the box, and it looked good, and it is good. I like the back of the box, by the way, with all the comic stuff going on, so this is pretty cool. An old Robot Spirits of an anime created by Stan the Man Lee. I'm all about that. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. And there is Heroman out of the package, who, if you don't know what he is a small toy robot that gets zapped by lightning and turns into a much bigger robot with all kinds of powers. It's very Stan Lee. It's very Japanese also, because he's a giant robot. But he's got a little guy here, a teenager who controls him. And like most Stan Lee creations, his name is an anagram. Anagram? Is that the right word? Joey Jones is his name, and he controls said robot. Now, this was like a regular remote control that grows into a giant thing that covers his, his whole, arm from his elbow down. And this is a nice little figure, I gotta say. It's very small, but it's actually really nicely detailed. Like, you can see that the head sculpt is pretty excellent. The eyes are perfect. The hair looks really good. I mean, it's got the slit there, but whatever, seam line. His hoodie looks pretty good. He's got like a jersey or something underneath. I can't really tell, but, looks pretty good. He's got a leather jacket. Nice MC. Very well done. The zippers all look good. Some nice folds and wrinkles in them. The hand is outstretched nicely. His awesome little, controller gauntlet thing looks very, very cool. You can see all the details there. Then his legs look fantastic. He's got a little, busted up knee there. Ripped up jeans. This guy is very much like a creation I had back in the 90s. A little comic creation. It's kind of similar, I guess, but he looks exactly like this, which is interesting, except for this controller here. But the shoes look very, very good. So I like this guy. I think he's really, really cool. And he does have a little accessory, which really helps. He has a little foot stand. So you can see, you can put it on his foot. Because he can stand in some places. But, at least on here, it was very hard to stand. But now he can stand. And you can stand right, you can put him right in front of Heroman, should you please. And he'll stand a lot better in theory. In theory, he should stand. Weighs him back a little bit. Maybe it's got to go on the other foot. Maybe I have it upside down. Or maybe it doesn't really work. It could be all of the above. So, I don't know. Let's try this foot. Okay. Oh, he still wants to lean forward. So, Oh, there you go. I guess it depends on the surface, right? This desk is very wobbly, and I'm hoping to change something about that in the near future. Anyway, while we're talking stands here, we do get one for Heroman as well, which is pretty cool. It's got a little arm there and a little base, which looks pretty good. It's kind of Tamashi stage act-ish. You know what I'm saying? There's also an adapter for said arm. Put that in there, because then he's got this little slit in here. I don't know why they couldn't just make the slit, you know. Let's see. Does it matter which way it goes? I don't see anything, you know, that makes it heat or anything. But yeah, he's got very interesting feet, so this kind of helps too. But now you could do like a jumping pose or something, or a flying pose. Does he really fly? I don't think so. I think he just jumps really high, kind of Hulk style. But yeah, it looks really good. I like it. You know, I think it really, really works. It's very, very nicely done, and it holds its weight, which is pretty cool because this guy, he's a pretty thick robot spirits. We get one complete alternate head here, which is pretty cool. A little gritted teeth action. I like that. It looks really, really good. The eyes look great. All the paint looks really good. And then we just get one extra like faceplate, which I think that would be for the one that's on Heroman right now. But this is also a kind of screaming head. If I could just get my hand out of the way, but if I could show you. I don't like this one as much. Like, he's just got like a big hole in his mouth. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I guess it's fine. So with this one, I would believe we could just pull this down. Oh, you could just take off the whole thing. This should pull out. I see the little slits there. You gotta get your nail in there. Oh, there we go. Totally gone. I'm gonna be searching for that for a while. And then we could put the new faceplate in. Okay. There we go. And then you just pop that right back on. Now he's got a little screaming face with his mouth open. Looks like there should be like a flame effect in there. And we do get effects, but I don't think they're for his mouth. Also, just to mention that the other faceplate, it does come out as well. So I don't know why they didn't just give you 2 extra heads instead of the faceplates and an extra head. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but hey, they do. And here's this head on, which I really, really like. I like this one a lot. We also get a couple effects parts, 3 effect parts. One is for his head, and you just kind of like give him like a crown here, basically, like so. Let's see. Should just go in like that. Yeah. So it's like Ghost Rider. You know what I'm saying? Then these things here open up, and we get more effect parts that kind of slide on in. It's pretty cool looking. I like that. So this is like full power, getting mad, energy bursting. I don't know. Whatever's going on here, I haven't seen yet. We haven't watched it, you know, too many of them quite yet, but that looks really cool. I like that. I think that looks really, really good. Where's the head thing? Put this head one back on. Let's give you a little flavor of, oh, come on. What a pain in the butt. All right. I mean, yeah, it's just like friction based. It's not really like in anything on the head. But it works. It looks pretty cool. I like that. You know what I'm saying? It's a really neat look. Again, kind of Ghost Rider-ish. I like them though. Nice translucent blue. They're interesting. They're like flames, but they look more like shards, like crystal shards, which is really, really cool. So I dig how they look, and I dig that they don't go in his hands, you know? Like, I like that the fact that they, you know, just kind of like jut out from his shoulders and from his head. I think that's really, really neat. So, not bad. I wonder if this can go on back here, too. Oh, it can. And last but not least, we do get extra hands as well. We get 2 extra pairs, splayed open, kind of creeping hands as well. Really, really nice. You got some like nice blue and red and silver on the inside of these. Little robotics in there. Very cool. Yeah, none of them that you could like slip the effect parts into, but they still look really, really nice. As does this figure. It is excellent. Let's start out with this head sculpt because we've looked at the rest. This is a more like regular face. He always has this, like kind of little scowl to him. Doesn't really smile much. He is a toy robot. Maybe he's just learning, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to close these as I go. But it looks really good. Again, the eyes look really nice. He's got red on the sides of them, black on top here, or gray even, kind of gray, like kind of panel line gray, you know what I'm saying? All inside these lines as well, and I dig that. I think that looks really good. He's got a, very America motif. It's an odd way to go, but I mean, I don't know. I guess they were trying to sell this to the Japanese audience as an American thing because of Stan Lee. I don't know, but it's fine. It's totally cool. I have no problem with America. It looks good. I mean, if it looked bad, it looked bad, but it looks good. The stars on the side look really nice. It's not overdone, is what I'm saying. The red lines look really, really nice, and the blue is like in the joints and in the fists and stuff. And the rest is like a nice white. So I don't know. I like it. You got red here at the base of these little feeties. I thought these might have been like little heel spurs that you could pop out, but they're not. They are cool, but they're not exactly what you would think they are, which is a bit of a bummer. It would help them stand, but look at that. That's pretty nice. You got the silver, you got the black in there, you got the black on the bottom. Pretty good, I gotta say. Then you got these little red things on the side here that go all the way to the bottom, and it just adds. I love the joints. I love how they look on the back. You even got like silver back here. All of this is really, really nicely sculpted. The back looks good. Even the hole, I think, works. I guess that's why they did it, right? Then you got these like little rivets here that look really, really nice. What's interesting is this whole piece, front and back, is rubber. And for those of you that, say the rubber degradates, this is more than 10 years old. And it's totally good. It's held up. It's held up. Yes, it's been in the package, but I've been playing around with it now, and it's held up. It's good. This back part here, upper back, looks really good. You got black, you got red. You see the shoulder pads look awesome. They continue the red stripe motif that goes all the way down. Pretty excellent. Again, blue in the joints. Fists in blue look really, really nice, and you got the red in there. I love how this part goes over. This is even painted in here, which is excellent. Again, the red looks fantastic. I love how he's all bubbly here. Look. This totally reminds me of Baymax. You know what I'm saying? But I think this predates that particular Baymax design. Yes, Baymax was a character that predates this in Marvel, but he looked totally different. Like the comic book Baymax before Big Hero 6 movie looked totally different. So, I don't know. This just reminds me a lot of Baymax, and I wouldn't be surprised if when redesigning that Baymax for the movie, they took this as inspiration. Not saying it did, but I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, this thing keeps popping out on me now. I popped it out. There we go. All right. But chest looks awesome. Really cool. We saw the stars on the side, and I think they look good. Very nicely done. Then we saw the head. It's tiny, but, you know, looks pretty cool with the neck. Looking good. Got blue in there. It looks good. This is a really nice looking figure. You know what I'm saying? He looks pretty rad. Like, very much translates into an awesome figure. And as you can see, he's got pretty good articulation. So let's keep it here and do that articulation. The head is on that little joint that we saw. I wouldn't, it's not really a ball joint. It's a little bit like a little bit of a mushroom peg, but like very tiny, which is a bit of a bummer. This is a really small head. Proportions are weird, but you know, there's something about it that makes me scared something's gonna get lost there. I like it though, and it works. The head moves like this, the neck moves around. Then, like I said, this is all rubber, so it has a lot of nice give. And you could move the chest around. There's a ratchet joint in there, you hear it? Which is very, very, very cool. So I love, 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 love that. There's no waist joint though. There's just the upper body, but boy, is that well done. Then these, as you see, they move around on two separate joints. You have a hinge in here, and you have the ball joint up front there. So really can get out of your way nicely. There is sort of a butterfly joint. Yeah, it's a butterfly joint-esque. It's more like almost like a double hinge thing that's going on here. Yeah, I would consider it. I feel like this is pre-butterfly joints, but I think, you know, this is the genesis of it. But it works really well and pretty much the same. You get a lot of motion out of these shoulders because you got hinging going on here, hinging going on the side there, so a ton. You can swivel it at the elbow. You do have a nice hinge there, and this opens up more for even more articulation. So yeah, these drop down, which is very, very cool. I do like that. Then you got a joint in here. Look at that. See that? That is excellent. Really cool engineering. Then you got the fists on a hinged ball joint. The legs can give you a full split. And then you gotta like kind of finagle it around. Then you can kick forward, you can kick back. You just gotta finagle it. You get the upper body joint, which works phenomenally. Double jointed knee with this like circular thing in here makes it feel and like really, really smooth. These things move for you, which is incredible. Very, very nicely done. Love it. This is like engineering that's usually reserved for their more higher end robot lines, but here you're seeing it in this Robot Spirits, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Now you get nothing at the feet though. But look at all the work that they put into this figure otherwise. You know, it's a shame that this didn't take off because the look is there and they had quite an excellent figure to boot. And for your size comparison, here is Heroman with a nice eclectic mix of robots you might have in your collection. And my final thoughts, this is a really, really cool robot for a really cool and underrated cartoon. I really, really like the show so far from what I've seen, and this is an excellent figure, and I think it represents it very, very well. The Robot Spirits really did a bang-up job. They, like, you know, didn't hold back at all. You would think something like this maybe wouldn't get, like, the full treatment. Nah, it does. It feels like, almost like a Super Robot Chogokin. Even though there's no diecast in it, it's heavy, and it kind of feels like almost there is. There's not, though. Not that I could feel. But it feels great. It looks great. The effect parts are awesome. The articulation is awesome. The Joey figure is fantastic. What's not to like? It is really awesome, and I'm glad I have it. I'm glad I got to feature it here on the channel. So there you go, guys. That is my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content and let me help you diversify your collection. Till next time, peace out, peeps.